Hi guys, it's Thursday and I'm gonna dub this Casual Thursday because today is game 3 for my oldest kids' football season. So I went ahead and got dressed for the day. I went ahead and put on my football gear for the game tonight. I don't actually have any appointments that are people facing today. All of my appointments today are via electronic. So what I mean by that is I'm showing 2 houses, both for 2 different clients, and both of those are video tours that I am doing on behalf of those clients for them. One of those clients is a job relocation situation where the husband works up north and currently lives up north, and she currently lives in my working area, the wife, and she's looking for a house for them, but she is a school teacher, so she has limited time period. Especially during the week. She works at a school that I think gets out maybe at 3:40, 4 o'clock. But by the time she gets to where we want to look at a house, she's just beat. She's wiped. So I am looking at a house on their behalf for them. I actually just left that house. I did a video tour there this morning. And then I'm heading to my next house now. The next house is for a couple that are looking for a home. But they have a traditional, 9 to 5 job, so they don't get home until 5:30, and then you got to do the kid routine, right? You got to do homework, baths, get ready for the next night. So by the time we're getting to look at a house, it's late. It's late for them. It's late for their kids. Sometimes the house is already pending by the time they're able to get off of work. So I told them I'd shoot over to this house and take a video for them. Now, one of the biggest reasons why, though, I want to go over here and take a video of this house and some pictures is because I really think it's not going to work. I really think it's a house that it needs too much work. The basement makes me nervous just by the pictures online. And I want to look at it myself. I don't want to waste their time. I don't want to waste my time. It's actually on my way back from this appointment that I already went to. So it works out great. So I just wanted to quickly, I have like a 40-minute drive today, so I wanted to pop on and kind of tell you what my day-to-day life looks like. No day is the same, ever. No client is the same, no house is the same, my kids are not the same. It's constant evolving in our family, and my husband and I love it. We are evolved people. Like we actually work best in chaos. We work best on the seat of our pants. We really do, on the fly. And he compliments me, and I compliment him so well. We work so well as a team. He knows that I might be home for 2 minutes and have to leave right out the door and go jet set to a house. And I know his job requires sometimes for him to do the same. But we work out so well and so well together that it really just works. So like this morning, for instance, for the most part, he's home during the day. And this morning, for instance, one of our kids forgot something that he needed today. So my morning kind of got pushed behind, but you know what? It's okay. Because we make our own schedules, or I make my own schedule for the most part. He doesn't, but he's got some flexibility there. But he's home all day. So I got up this morning and, did my devotionals, did my prayer to kick off the day. I do take a drop of CBD oil. I feel like it helps me. It might just be all in my head. But I do take a little dropper of my CBD oil. And I feel like that kickstarts my day. I drink a whole bottle of water. That gets my blood pumping, my organs moving, the blood moving. I'm not much of a coffee drinker. My husband is. I grabbed him a coffee this morning on the way from the school. But I'm not. I like coffee. I can enjoy coffee sometimes, but when we have 90-degree temperature and 100% humidity, I'm not about that coffee life. I'm just not. I would rather have something cold like ice water or iced tea. But really though, water just gets me going. Like, I'm a morning person. I'd rather get up early, get my day moving, and get things done. I don't function well at night, so I have to get as much as done as I can in the morning. So in the morning, we both kind of have our routine things that we get done, and the kids know their routine things that they get done. But I really, truly feel accomplished if I don't have dishes in my sink and I have laundry going. So at least something is working, something is cleaning itself while I'm gone. So I do feel accomplished if our beds are made, our rooms are picked up, dishes are clean, nothing's in the sink, and I have laundry going. I feel accomplished at that point. My house might not be deep cleaned, and I'm okay with that. Because we have things going on. My kids are happy. House is picked up. It might not be deep cleaned, but that's okay. So as far as in the morning, for our routine, we get, at least the house picked up before we leave for the day. All the kids, before they're leaving the house, have their rooms picked up. They have their clothes, their laundry that I folded the day before, put away. They have their beds made, and they take turns walking the dogs, feeding the dogs. They take turns in the evening setting the table. So they all have their chores, but it varies from day to day because we're always on the go.
In a half mile, keep...
Somebody forgot something, of course. I gotta check out my directions here. Okay, so this morning someone forgot something, and my commute to the middle school, there and back, is probably about 40 minutes, maybe 45. That was unexpected. It kind of pushed my morning back, but again, it's okay.
Keep left to continue on.
Okay, we just, move forward, move through it. These kids, they really do have a lot on their plate. They have a lot going on, and there's a lot.
Continue on I-46.
And there's a lot to do. And there's a lot of moving pieces when they're in sports, when they're in multiple sports, when, they're not the only child, and you have to split your time between 4 kids. They don't always get exactly the attention that they may need. But, things happen. A paper gets left, and that's all right. So, drove it to the school. On my way back, grabbed the husband a coffee, and he was okay. He was cool with that. So, pushed my morning back just a little tad, but we still got everything done we needed. Everybody got to school on time. Everybody's happy. So, first appointment of the day. Again, not people facing. I had a video tour, heading back to a video tour again now, and then when I'm done with that, I sometimes will go home and flip the laundry around lunchtime. Sometimes I eat lunch at home, sometimes I eat lunch on the go, sometimes I eat like a meal replacement shake. Most of my clients though, unless it's a listing or most of my clients are looking at houses in the evenings or the weekends. Most of them. I do have some clients that are looking at stuff during the day, and I love those, by the way. Not that I don't love my other clients, but it is obviously easier on us when I'm showing homes during the day, because that's when my kiddos are at school, and it just works out better, right? So, but yeah, my job, it comes with the fact that I have to be open pretty much 24/7, 7 days a week. So most of my clients are looking at homes in the evening. Tonight, since we have the football game, I have blocked out tonight though. So that's why I'm kind of doing these video tours to save everyone some time. And so that way I can say, hey, look, I've already been boots on
in 2 miles. Use the...
Here's the tour. If you want to look at it, let me know. Here are my thoughts. If they want to look at it tonight, and tonight is the only night, I do arrange to have that shown. So it's not like, oh, I'm not available, we're not going to go look at the house on the only time you're available. I will arrange to make that happen. But I want to have boots on the ground for myself and see it for myself too. So anyhow, I digress. So usually during lunchtime, I'll go home, grab a bite to eat on the go, eat at the office. Sometimes when I'm there, I'll flip-flop the laundry. I'll put some laundry away. If I did not get something done in the morning, maybe I had to leave earlier than expected, I go ahead and get that done in the afternoon between lunchtime. It's too hard to get something done by the time the kids are home from school. It's like a joke. So I don't even try. Anyway, so I'll usually grab a bite to eat somewhere, somehow, head back to the office. So like today, for instance, I am, after I do lunch,
In a half mile, use
putting some things together for the 2 video tours as far as my notes, the video, and I link those to YouTube. So they're getting a YouTube link with all my notes, all my comments, and that takes a little time. So I'll put that together. I have some marketing pieces, both paid for and free.
use the right lane to take.
And what I mean by free, so like Facebook advertisements or marketing pieces. I have some gifts that I've created that are going out to some clients today.
Keep right.
And I have to tidy up those. I have to prepare for tomorrow's appointments and showings. I think I have 3 closings tomorrow, so I have to kind of plan my day for that. You know, when you have, you're self-employed, which I am. I'm a self-employed contractor. When you're self-employed and you have a family, it takes planning, takes preparation. What's for dinner tonight?
Continue on Old US.
Who's eating dinner tomorrow? Who's got what sports tonight and tomorrow? And it takes a lot of planning and preparation. And we make it happen. We make it work. We're late sometimes. We're not always prepared. But, you know, we do our best. So, but yeah, today, this afternoon, I actually prepare for the next day around 2 or 3. So I pretty much have an idea by the end of the afternoon what's going on for tomorrow. I leave some time open though for those last minute appointments, because that will happen. Or someone will forget something, or I forgot something and now I have to double back or whatever. It happens. It just really truly happens. A car will break down, a fridge will break down. Okay, we work through it, we figure it out. We are so the most laid back people about that kind of stuff. We don't get stressed. We get frustrated, we get irritated, but you know, there's no sense of stressing out about that kind of stuff, because you can't do anything about it. You just got to work through it and move on. You know, make it better the next time. Prepare.
In a quarter mile.
So right now I'm headed to take that next video tour. Kids get home from school around 3:30.
Turn left onto East.
So I try to be home when they get home. That doesn't always happen. In fact, I can't tell you the last time we all had dinner together as a family. It's tough. We're going
Continue on East Raymond.
places sometimes. Not 10, 6 sometimes. It is tough sometimes, but it's okay. It's part of our life, and that's how we chose to live. So, sorry, I had to take a call. But yeah, we get home usually around 3:30 to 5ish, and we got the homework gig, we have the bath gig, the dinner gig. You know, we do it all. You know that normal families do. But then guess what happens around 5:30? Sports. So we got to head out the door to sports. I just saw a meme yesterday. I think it was something like, we can either have dinner at 4:30 or 9. There is no in between because we have sports. Somebody has a sporting activity. Somebody. Our family does currently, because it's fall, we're currently doing football and soccer for 2 kids. 1 kid's in football, and then we have 1 kiddo that's in year-round competitive cheer. That's a treat. That's some fun times there. It's hard, and it's some dedication, but that's what she wants to do, and we'll support her in that as long as we can. As long as we can afford it, we'll do it. And if we can't afford it, we'll try to make it happen, even if we can't. So that's just the kind of parents we are. Not that we spoil our kids or something, like, you know, it's not like that. But if you're going to work hard at it, we'll make it happen. And if you still contribute around the home and you are getting good grades, we'll make it happen.
In a quarter mile.
So tonight, though, today's a pretty easy day, because tonight is the football game. So I got the 2 video tours today, a few marketing pieces that I'm putting together. I got about 30 gift packages that I have to find.
Turn left onto South.
Some clients. Prepare for tomorrow, prepare for the weekend, double check all my appointments for next week even. For each appointment, it takes between 15 minutes to an hour of prep work. It just depends on what kind of appointment it is. If it's a showing, that's not as, labor intensive. If it's a listing, that does take a little bit more due diligence, if you will. Because I'm not going to spin my wheels on a whole lot of detail on a showing. If it's a house that you're only semi-interested in or not interested at all, I just wasted that time, right? So I'll get the basic of what you would need to make some sort of decision. Yes, I like it. No, I don't. Which you can tell just by walking in the home. But I will do
Continue on South Shore.
I would need to do further investigation on the home if it's something that a client is interested in once we've looked at it. And that involves pulling comparables to figure out the best price range or price point to offer. And other things of the home, such as, does it have a crawl space? Does it have a slab? What kind of inspections would be needed for that home buyer? What kind of financing are they looking at? There are a lot of moving pieces with
In a quarter mile.
purchasing and selling a home. But that's part of my job. That's what I'm here for. Anyway, so easy Thursday. Lots of time in the car today. That's okay. I'll be in the office probably about 3 hours total today. A lot of my time is drive time. So I got to catch up on the Fitbit. At some point today. Not going to be a whole lot of walking this morning. But then usually tonight when I get home, for instance, from the basketball game, or the football game, basketball, I don't even know where that came from. But tonight when I get home from the football game.
Turn left onto Cleveland.
Then you will arrive at your destination.
Okay. I will have to get everyone's clothes out for the night before, except the older kids, they can do their own. But I get out the clothes for the little guys the night before. Think about what we want to do for dinner. Think about what they're taking for lunches.
You've arrived.
Their own lunches. They don't buy their lunch. The little kiddos don't buy their lunch. So we do their lunches, whatever they need for school. So, for instance, the little guys for tomorrow, because it's Friday, they need a lot for tomorrow. And I'm like, come on now. They're kindergartners. So tomorrow, that's okay though. It is what it is. Tomorrow, we have kids that need cereal, a picture of our family, which who has pictures of their families sitting around? Come on. I have to go somewhere. I have to go somewhere and print off a picture of our family because they're all electronically stored. They're all in a cloud. I'm parked, by the way, so I'm using my hands. They're all in a cloud. They're all stored somewhere. So I have to print it somehow for the kiddo because they're learning the letter F for family. So I have to send one kiddo with a picture of our family. I have to send a kiddo with their favorite cereal for Friendship Day because they're sharing all their cereals. And all we have is Rice Krispies and Frosted Flakes. That's not going to work. So I have to bring in the cereal. I have to get, one of them has to wear funky feet. So funky socks or shoes. So we have to find or I guess buy, because I don't know that any of our boys have funky socks. Elizabeth does, our daughter. But I don't think any of the boys have any weird, crazy, silly socks. So I'm going to have to hit up Target or the dollar store for that. So we have family picture, freaky feet, and bring in Friendship cereal to share tomorrow. And none of those I've done yet. And then we have one kiddo that has to wear the color purple tomorrow and bring in a purple snack. And we have another kiddo that has to fill a bag of like their favorite things. And we have the game tonight. So this is so much fun. But again, my husband is super helpful and he's super engaged and super involved, and I just love him for it. In fact, he's the one that reminded me that we had to do all those things. He's way more on top of it than I am. But yeah, he reminds me like, hey, we got this. I'm like, oh, thanks. So there, right next to our oven, there's like a stack of stuff to remind me these things need to be done. So even though, yes, today is a light day, I'm here at the house that I have the video tour. Even though today is a light day, tomorrow is not so much. Tomorrow I have 3 closings. I have several showings tomorrow already on the books. And next week is just as crazy and popping. So I'm going to take advantage of today and get some things done.